sisi lazima tungeangalia nyinyi. Hii serikali ni kampuni na ni ya shares, si ndio? Ni ya shares. Kuna wenye kampuni wale wako na shares mingi, kuna wale wako na chache, kuna wale hawana.
If there is a big lie that has been given in the last 1 year, that it should actually be put in the Guinness Book of World Record, that's the biggest lie of the year, is being told that the people of this region are shareholders in this government.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the backstory. If you're new here, kindly hit that subscribe button and the notification bell down below so that you can be notified when we post a new video. Now, ladies and gentlemen, after the retirement of former President Uhuru Kenyatta, there has been a political leadership lacuna in central Kenya. And so many political leaders have been positioning themselves so as to take over as the kingpin of central, which is a very lucrative position. Among the leading lights is the current Deputy President, Rigathi Gachagua, since he is the senior-most leader in the current regime. But now, a section of Mount Kenya political leaders have now rejected him, and they are claiming that he's not fit to take over the mantle of kingship of or political kingpin in central Kenya.
Kikuyu's leaders have always been known to fight against oppression from the Mau Mau days to the days of second liberation. But what has happened now? We have become very timid. If our forefathers came now, they'd be very shocked that we are the people who just sit down and, and get, we are just the people who just hold back and allow the government to do whatever it wants, even if it's oppressing us. We must rise to become the people we are. We are very strong communities. And if we work with other strong communities, we will be able to liberate not only our region, but this country. If there is a big lie that has been given in the last 1 year, that it should actually be put in the Guinness Book of World Record, that's the biggest lie of the year, is being told that the people of this region are shareholders in this government. People of this region cannot be shareholders in this government, and the money that was allocated to their projects by the previous administration has been taken away and redirected to other projects elsewhere, as if they are children of a lesser God and they do not deserve those projects. Also, money men, we have seen issues of water, our roads that were ongoing and money had already been allocated is no longer there. Those roads are not the continuation, the construction has halted. So we are asking, where is our money and why is it being taken elsewhere if indeed we are shareholders?
Leo tuko na viongozi ya kina Ishongwa na wengine. Tukikumbuka wakati wa Moi alikuja akawa na mpango wa kufinyilia Mkikuyu na watu wa Mount Kenya. Na tulikuwa na kina Ishongwa of those days, Kariuki Shotara, baba ya Susan Keheka, akina Keheka Kimani, akina Kamotho, ambao walitajirika kivyao wakifinyilia na kupigia Moi makofi akifinyilia watu wetu. Today we have Ishongwa, we have Gachagua, we have Dede Nyoro, ambao wanapigia Moi makofi akifinyilia watu wetu. We had akina Matiba ambao walitokezea kuokoa watu wetu. Let us be the Matibas of today. Let us be the Robias of today. Tutasimama kidete na tuambie Moi, na tuambie huyu Moi mpya, the modern Moi, William Ruto, hakuna kufinyilia watu wetu. Ya mwisho, tuambie William Ruto, hii serikali yako imefinya watu. For the first time, amepandisha vitu ambazo haijapandishwa. Amepandisha chumvi, amepandisha condom, amepandisha kila kitu.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, after listening to that video, we have to agree to the fact that the kingpin position is not an elective position. It is a position which is earned after achieving some things to your community. And as a kingpin, what is expected of you? Like in this case, Rigathi Gachagua. What is expected of a kingpin is to defend and champion some of the political interest of a community. So you may ask yourself, why is Rigathi Gachagua facing a political backlash Why is he being rejected by a section of Mount Kenya leaders? To me, Rigathi Gachagua has failed to defend the interests of Mount Kenya political interests. Why? There are so many issues that have been raised by Mount Kenya residents. One is the fact that some of the roads that were road projects that were initiated under former President Uhuru Kenyatta's regime have not been completed. They stalled immediately the Kenya Kwanza administration came into power. So what would he have done? One, he would have pushed for the completion of these projects. But this is not the case. But I'm trying to understand why. You know, when you are as the senior most person, you are the deputy president, it's a catch-22 situation for you or for him. Because one, he will be damned if he does and damned if he does not, like is the case right now. So if Rigathi Gachagua comes out openly and tries to push for the political interest of Mount Kenya, that will be seen as going against his boss, just like the way William Ruto did when he was the deputy president, even though that pushed him into the presidency. But for Rigathi Gachagua, it's still too early. So the fact that he has failed to do that makes him unpopular in central Kenya. But if he comes out openly, then he will be viewed within President Ruto's circles as someone who is overambitious and trying to take over from William Ruto. So you may ask yourself, is it justified for this section of Mount Kenya leaders to reject Rigathi Gachagua as the kingpin? To me, I think they are very right. Because one, when UDA administration came into power, Rigathi Gachagua made one very big mistake. He came out openly and told Kenyans that the Kenya Kwanza administration was like a company that is owned through shares. And he promised that Kenya Kwanza, Mount Kenya residents were going to benefit immensely due to the fact that they voted to the last man for President Ruto.
Sisi lazima tungeangalia nyinyi. Hii serikali ni kampuni na ni ya shares. Si ndio? Ni ya shares. Kuna wenye kampuni, wale wako na shares mingi, kuna wale wako na chache, kuna wale hawana. Sasa nyinyi mliinvest kwa hii kampuni ya William Ruto na Rigathi Gachagua. Sasa lazima mvune. Yule ambaye alipanda atafanya nini? Si mlipanda? Si mliamuka mapema? Mukasema mutaki kusikia mambo ya ile system na nini? Mukainvest, mukapanda, mukapalilia, mukaweka mbolea, mukamwagilia maji, wakati ya kuvuna ndio huu. Na itakuwa namna hiyo. Najua wengine wananikashifu ati mimi nasema ati wale walipanda wavune kwanza. Iko makosa? Iko makosa? Hata hao watavuna lakini wangoje. Si wale walipanda ni wavune kwanza. Wakishavuna wavune ile tabaki kidogo, wale wakupanda waingie watafute huko nini ile itapatikana wachukue wakwende. Si iko namna hiyo? Na itakuwa namna hiyo. Ndio watu wakipiga kura waelewe hii kura ni kusema nini. Hii kura iko na maana. Nyinyi hamwezi piga kelele huko, mpige kelele. Mnasema William Ruto ni bure, hawezi, mnaita yeye majina, alafu akipata, akigawa, mnapiga laini ati mko pale mbele. Ati mnataka mpite wale walisema anafaa ati mkue pale mbele. Inawezekana? Mimi kazi yangu pale kwa ikulu ni hiyo. Ni kupanga hiyo laini. Hapo ni kazi mimi napanga hapo. Mimi naangalia kwa laini, nikiona wewe ulipanda, natoa wewe nyuma, napeleka wewe mbele. Nikiona wewe hukupanda na kutoa na kurudisha nyuma, ufanye nini? Niendelee na hiyo kazi ama niwache?
So the expectation within Mount Kenya was that a lot of development projects were going to be initiated. They were going to benefit more than any other region. But the reverse is happening within central Kenya. Not only central Kenya, but the whole country. There are no development projects going on right now. Kenyans are kind of losing hope. The high cost of living is affecting so many people. And the most important thing is the fact that businesses are closing down. The second issue that is making Rigathi Gachagua unpopular within central Kenya is the fact that when they were campaigning as Kenya Kwanza administration, they talked of helping farmers within central Kenya to benefit out of their products like coffee, tea, milk, macadamia, and all that. They were going to get minimum returns for their products. But that is not the case right now. If you look at the coffee sector, which President Ruto gave Rigathi Gachagua to handle, if you do a comparative analysis on the output during Uhuru Kenyatta's regime and the current regime, you will be told that so many farmers are thinking of doing away with farming coffee because there are no returns. The prices have gone low. And who can they run to in such cases? It is Rigathi Gachagua. But does he have the solution to the problems? No. What are the excuses? They always blame the former regime, which is former President Uhuru Kenyatta's. And this now gives guys a feeling that this administration cannot help them. And this administration, the senior most person within the administration who would have helped them, is unable to. So what is happening right now is like guys are looking for an alternative to Rigathi Gachagua. So in central Kenya, there are so many leaders who are also positioning themselves to become kingpins. Among them is Maina Njenga, even though guys do not take him seriously, but I think that guy is a cunning politician. Very cunning. You know, he started his politics during Moi's era. He survived Kibaki's era. He survived Uhuru Kenyatta's era. And now he is in Ruto's regime. There are so many murmurs here and there about his involvement with the Mungiki, which I would not want to talk about right now. We'll talk about it later. But he is someone who should not be taken lightly. Then there is the third person, which is Martha Karua. Martha Karua, being the fact that she was a running mate for Raila Odinga, could benefit. And then she's also been a politician since Moi's era all the way to now. But she needs to position and come out strongly as the alternative to Rigathi Gachagua by championing for the rights, the political rights of Mount Kenya within that region, highlighting some of the issues that are affecting Mount Kenya residents. But to me, right now, what I think, or who I think might take over, will be a person who will be forwarded by the former President Uhuru Kenyatta. Because one, President Uhuru Kenyatta has the connection, the grassroots connection within Kenya, not only in central Kenya, but within Kenya. Just the other day when he came back into political scene, you could see a lot of political leaders from Western, the likes of Eugene Wamalwa, the likes of Eugene Wamalwa, and all other political leaders came out openly to support him. So whoever will be supported by the former President Uhuru Kenyatta will take over Mount Kenya as the kingpin of Mount Kenya politically. because Uhuru Kenyatta has the financial connections. For you to be a kingpin, you need financial backing. You need a lot of political, financial, and cultural backing. But there is also one factor that we need to look at. For you to be a kingpin, one thing that guys do not understand is the fact that you have to also be a charismatic leader. Among all these leaders, who do you think has the charisma? Who do you think oozes charisma? Someone who, if he speaks, Kenyans will listen to him. If he says something, he can sway a population. I would want you to give me your feedback. I would want you to tell me who you think can take over. Who is the alternative to Rigathi Gachagua after being rejected by a section of Mount Kenya leaders? Who do you think can take over from Mount Kenya? You can send us your feedback in the video down below by commenting, or you can reach us on our social media platforms. That is my take for today, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time, bye.